Happy International Women's Day tomorrow. Evelyn, let's go to what the United Nations has said. It says that it will take about 130 years or even more for women to reach parity with men economically. Why do you think it will take that long?
It would take that long because society is not necessarily ready for women leadership or female leadership. And I think I can say that with a lot of conviction, given the realities we have at hand in places where women have struggled to thrive in leadership positions. You see what's going on in other parts of the world. And here in Nigeria, there's a landmark case now involving a high-ranking female leader in the Senate who has publicly complained about the engagement with the Senate president, leading to a sexual harassment case that's ongoing. And that's really the theme of the month and the theme of the day and the conversations that we've been having. And within that framework is just analyzing the readiness of society to really accommodate women, women leadership, and in general, what women represent in society historically and even up to today. Yeah.
So when you look at what women have done so far, especially in the continent of Africa, what would you say they have advanced in terms of governance and in terms of even getting involved in politics and, just making things happen where you say this is a woman who did this?
I would say that women in general have advanced in the application of emotional intelligence. And that's because several other women that have come before us in leadership positions have sort of failed publicly. And through their failures, the next generation of women have come to see why it's important in this struggle to maintain very high emotional intelligence, ensuring that, beyond what's required for the job, that women are also able to compete favorably with the men, because really that's really what this has been about, that in leadership positions, you don't have too many women compared to the men, despite calls for affirmative action in some countries. And in general, the hurdles for women in leadership is just overwhelming compared to that of men. Yeah.
And quickly, Evelyn, what would you say internationally women have achieved so far?
Oh, I would say that women have sort of advanced in their understanding of leadership positions and leadership roles. Previously, we were speaking about equality versus equity. And the argument is that should we fill certain positions, whether they be political positions or just leadership position with women for the sake of achieving affirmative action, or should these roles be filled by women of competence, women of character, women of capacity? And I think that women all over the world really have risen to that position. You'd see multilateral organizations like the World Trade Organization is led by a woman. Here in Nigeria, you had Banker of the Year, Dr. Adora Umeji as well, a woman, and women everywhere excelling. Even myself, I must say, I became the youngest chief in Opobo Kingdom, my hometown, really heralding a new era of female leadership. And I'm really proud of women everywhere for just pushing through and pushing hard despite the hurdles.